Happy Monday. Today is the first day of school, and when I asked Kylie yesterday what she wanted for breakfast, she said a muffin and a smoothie, so that's what I'm making. Even though I'm good at following directions, when you bake, following directions doesn't always lead to the perfect outcome. So I really enjoy making these Martha White muffin mixers because everything is pretty much done for you. You only really need to add one ingredient, in this case is milk, stir it up, and just bake it. So you really can't go wrong. And as you guys can see, I'm making it my business to stir the heck out of that batter. And then when it comes to my pan, I like to use the muffin paper liners. It definitely helps to make the cleanup easier. Even though I'm using the muffin liners, I still like to spray them with butter so that way the paper doesn't stick to the muffins. I started adding the batter to the pan, but I quickly realized that I hadn't started the oven yet. So you'll see me quickly start the oven. The recipe called for an oven temperature of 400. So as the muffins are cooking in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and start the smoothie. The smoothie recipe that I'm using today calls for 1.5 cups of the mixed berries. So here you can see me struggling to put the berries into the cup. I was planning to use both of the measurement cups. The blue one is the cup and then the green one is a 1/2 cup. I just decided to eyeball it with the cup and try to put half a cup in that, and I think it worked out pretty fine. The recipe that I'm using for this smoothie isn't the one that comes on the back of the frozen fruit bag, so I'll be sure to link that in the description below. But it does call for 1 whole banana. So I'm going to break it into smaller pieces just using my hand and toss them into the blender. The next ingredient is yogurt, so I have the Chobani Greek vanilla yogurt, and I need 3/4 cups. So I'm just going to scoop some out and put it into the blender. So the next thing I'm going to add is the honey, but before I had time to do that, the timer for the oven went off, so I took out the muffins. I'm going to be using toothpicks to see if the muffins cooked all the way through. So how I do this is I just stick the toothpicks in a few of the muffins, and when I pull out the stick, I look to see if there's cake batter on it or muffin batter, or if it comes out dry. And they came out dry, so it was good to go. So now I can get back to adding my honey, and I just eyeball it. The last thing that I had to add before I could start blending was my milk, and I believe this recipe called for 2 cups of milk. Here are some cute like cupcake toppers. I guess you could use them for really anything. That's what I plan to use them for, just about anything, for Kylie's lunchbox and breakfast stuff. So I have a few of them I got while I was out doing her school shopping, and I'm just showing you guys here. And Kylie is asking me if she can put them into the cupcakes, so I told her yes, of course. And then she also shows you guys the cupcakes up close, and I'm really proud of her because I think she did such a good job at that. So this clip is all Kylie right here. So breakfast is finally served, and I was just asking Kylie if she likes it, and she said yes, and she gave her thumbs up approval. I made these pencil wafers as Kylie's first day of school snack. I actually made them the night before, and I had told Kylie that I had a surprise for her, so I captured her reaction on camera. She brought them to school for herself, and she took a bunch for her friends too. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. So today's breakfast is definitely going to be a simple one. Yesterday was so exhausting, the first day of school. Everything was crazy. The night before, I stayed up super duper late, and then I woke up extra early for breakfast for Kylie, and then I went to bed so late to prepare for today. So it's just been rough adjusting to the timing, and now Kenji's in school too. So simple breakfast today. So for breakfast today, Kylie had cereal, Frosted Flakes, which is the only cereal she'll eat. She also eats her cereal without milk, so she just got a bowl full of dry cereal. I was asking her why she needs to have a spoon because she didn't have any milk. So she was laughing about that. And of course, she loved it. Thumbs up. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So since yesterday was a simple breakfast, I decided that today I will make something a little bit more fancy. So I am making an Italian sausage scrambled eggs. For the sausage, I am using a hot Italian sausage. Kylie doesn't usually eat spicy foods, but it's not that spicy, and I like to keep reintroducing her to things the older she gets because I feel like her palate is constantly changing. So I'm going to start by roasting the peppers. So right here, I'm just adding some olive oil and salt to it. And instead of using like a spatula, I'm just going to use the parchment paper to shake it around and get it on all of the pieces. While I have the peppers roasting in the oven, I'm gonna rinse off the spinach and also start to mix my egg batter. Here in Japan, 1 extra large egg consists of 2 yolks. I've never seen that in the States. I don't know if it's like that in other countries, but I am curious to know. So if you have experienced that, let me know in the comments down below. I added almond milk to my eggs, and I'm just gonna whip it up really good. Since I'm only making breakfast for me and Kylie this morning, I'm going to cut the meat in half. Half of it I'm going to cook, and then the other half I'm going to store in the freezer. I'm breaking up the meat to make sure everything cooks evenly. While the meat is on the stove cooking, I'm going to use this time to chop up my spinach. I got this spinach at a fresh market, so I'm going to just go through the spinach and cut off any of the wilted pieces. The peppers have finally finished roasting, so I'm going to take them out of the oven, and now we can finally start mixing all of our ingredients together. The first thing I'm going to throw into the pot are those beautifully roasted peppers. Now I'm going to add my spinach, and I'm just going to stir this around until my spinach starts to shrink up a little bit. Now that it has shrunken up quite a bit, I'm going to move the mixture to the side and add the eggs. Here I'm adding Italian seasoning. As the eggs cook, I'm going to move it around a little bit to make sure that it doesn't stick to the pot, and we want scrambled eggs and not an omelet. Now that it has cooked quite a bit, we're going to mix everything together. I'm going to sprinkle in a little bit of Parmesan, not too much because I'm a little lactose and so is Kylie, I believe. So just a tad. And then I'm going to mix that in really good. And that's that. Now it is time to plate the food, and normally I don't sit and eat with Kylie, but due to weather conditions, her school got canceled for the rest of the week, so we were able to eat together this morning, and it was nice because it was just her and I, because I had already dropped Kenji off at daycare and Lou was at work. Good morning and happy Thursday. Now I know what you are thinking. This is not a normal breakfast meal. No, I did not cook this meal, but like I said, Kylie had the week off, so we decided to hit up my favorite breakfast spot, which you guys might have seen in other videos. Kylie has been constantly asking me to watch this thing on YouTube called Just for Laughs, a Gag. So I finally gave in, and we spent the morning eating, relaxing, and watching this channel, and it is hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, definitely check it out because Kylie put me on, so now I'm paying it forward and I'm going to put you guys on. By the way, this sparkling lemonade is what inspired me to do the homemade sparkling lemonade I made in my first Cook With Me video. And this was the damage for a great breakfast out. Good morning and happy Friday. So today I'm making a quick breakfast sandwich. We woke up earlier and we had a few errands to run before we had breakfast. And I also scheduled a play date for Kylie. So I'm trying to get breakfast in before she has to go to her play date. This week, nothing went as planned. School got canceled, which definitely was not in the plan for us. But I think the most important thing to remember to do as a parent is be flexible, be able to adjust when possible and when necessary, because there are so many things out of our control. So it doesn't make sense to stress over the things we can't control. And this week definitely reminded me of that.